Hello everyone, I'm David and I'm glad that you could join us for our very first $100 podcast. You're in the right place to get an in-depth, first-hand look at the new redesigned $100 note. And it all starts here. I know what you're thinking. A podcast dedicated to the new US $100 note? Why do we need to talk about money? Is there anything new to learn about cash? I'll be talking to you today about why learning about what's in your wallet is so important and how you can use that information to protect yourself from accepting a counterfeit note. Protecting and maintaining confidence in U.S. currency requires a combination of public education, like this podcast, effective law enforcement, and new and improved security features, most of which we're going to show you today. It's amazing new technology that you can use to make sure that the note in your pocket is real. And later in the show, we're excited to have Dawn Haley, a spokesperson from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the government agency that actually prints those dollars. She'll be talking about why the government redesigns your money. First, let's talk about how currency is developed. The United States Treasury Department's Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the Federal Reserve Board, and the United States Secret Service work together to make sure U.S. currency is secure, so you can have confidence that your U.S. dollars are genuine. To keep counterfeiting low, these U.S. government agencies have to stay ahead of counterfeiters. The new $100 note builds on the redesign efforts that began in 2003 with the $20 note, and since then have included the 10, the 50, and the 5. So how does the new 100 help combat counterfeiting? Let's take a look. The U.S. government has developed two new, easy-to-use security features for the redesigned $100 note: the 3D security ribbon and the bell in the inkwell. Both of these security features give everyone an easy, subtle way to verify if a note is real. These features were developed by listening to what businesses and consumers told us they find most helpful. For example, some of the other security features in our currency require that you hold the note to light to check them, but that's not always possible. Sometimes a cashier is accepting money in a dark place, like a dimly lit restaurant, and doesn't want to draw attention to the fact that he or she is checking your money. With these two new features, anyone can check the authenticity very discreetly without it being obvious. And here to tell us about the $100 note's new features is Dawn Haley, spokesperson from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the agency that's responsible for printing the new $100 notes. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, David.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Please. So we're talking about two security features today, and the first is the 3D security ribbon. What is that? How do I find it on the note, and how's it work?
Well, the 3D security ribbon is on the front of the note, and it's actually a blue ribbon that is woven into the paper, not printed on the paper.
Okay.
And within this blue 3D security ribbon, there are bells and 100s. And actually, I happen to have one right here.
Great. Okay, so this is the ribbon right here in the center.
This is the ribbon right here.
Okay.
And right now you'll see bells and 100s. And as you move it, some of the bells will turn into hundreds.
Okay, I see. So I'm looking for this kind of motion on the ribbon to know that my note is genuine.
You are definitely looking for the motion.
Okay.
This note is all about movement. It depends on which way you move it. The bells and hundreds will move in the opposite direction. So if you're moving the note like this, back and forth, the bells will actually move up and down or side to side, depending on how you move the note.
Okay, so if I'm moving the bill from side to side, the symbols in the ribbon will move up and down.
They will move up and down.
That's amazing. And how is that done?
It's actually a fabulous process that is part of micro-technology.
Okay.
And there are approximately 1 million micro lenses that give you the illusion that the bells are turning into hundreds and that they're moving. So when you move this note, the bells move.
And there's another security feature as well, just on this one note, which is called the bell in the inkwell.
Yes.
Now, I see an inkwell over here, so I'm assuming that there's a bell that's going to come into play.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Actually, if you're looking at the note straight on, both appear to be copper.
Okay.
But as you move the note, once again, it's all about movement, the bell in the inkwell will actually turn green. So it is giving you the appearance that it's appearing and disappearing within the inkwell.
Fantastic. So even as somebody's handing me the note, I can see the note moving in front of me. I'll know that it's genuine right away.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It just takes a few seconds to check the new $100 note, to know its features and know it's real.
Fantastic. And how do these two features working together help to keep us ahead of the counterfeiters?
The more complex we can make a note, the higher the hurdle is for those counterfeiters to try to duplicate. And we're very proud of this note because it's going to be very difficult.
Well, Dawn, this is super impressive, and thank you so much for coming down to explain it to us today.
Thank you for having me, David.
And be sure to visit www.newmoney.gov, the official website, to find out more about the features that we've talked about here today on the first of many $100 podcasts. And now it's time to serve up some trivia on the $100 note in our Did You Know segment, where you might be surprised to find out just how much you never knew about U.S. currency. Today we've learned about 2 new advanced security features in the redesigned $100 note. Interestingly enough, back in March of 1996, the world was also learning about new security features in a redesigned $100 note. Back in '96, the most obvious change to the $100 note design was an enlarged portrait of Benjamin Franklin. It was also the first U.S. banknote to feature color-shifting ink on the numeral 100 in the lower right corner. While less obvious, new anti-counterfeiting features were also added to the design. It was the first U.S. banknote to feature a portrait watermark and an embedded security thread that glows under ultraviolet light. These advances were the most significant changes in U.S. currency since the small-sized notes we still have today were introduced in 1929. The security features have proven to be so effective in combating counterfeiting that they continue to be incorporated into our currency today. Following the podcast, be sure to visit other parts of the New Money website here at newmoney.gov, which is the official site for information about the new $100 note. Check back often to learn more. Plus, stay tuned for new podcasts coming soon where we'll explore topics like what do you do if you receive a counterfeit note, and how the new $100 note was developed. Until next time, I'm David. Remember, it only takes a few seconds to check the new $100 note. Know its features, know it's real.